everybody. Welcome to this group. I'm super excited to have you here, and I'm so excited that this group has started. This has been kind of a dream of mine for a very, very long time. So this group is for musicians that are dealing with injuries, that have dealt with an injury in the past. You're looking to prevent an injury, that maybe you're on your path to healing and your journey to healing an injury. And for those people that are really just looking for wellness tips, that don't have an injury, haven't had one yet, but really want to prevent one in the future. Because as we all know, most musicians at some point in time will sustain an injury. I think the statistics are like 9 out of 10. So that's pretty high. And you are an athlete. You're not running around catching balls and being tackled, for God's sake, but you are trained. You have to train. Like, you need to sit at an instrument that contorts your body into these crazy positions for hours at a day. So you are setting yourself up for injury in that respect. So it's important to know certain things that you can do to prevent injuries in the first place. So that's why I'm super excited to have this group. So what makes me able to kind of have this group? So my first degree is in music performance. I was a professional flute player. I had my own injuries that stopped me from playing. So I've been there. I've been a musician. I've been a musician with injuries. I've gone through the healthcare system to try to get better and deal with my injuries. And I did have to stop playing, and I ended up going down the healthcare path. So now I have this wealth of knowledge from all of my previous experience as a musician and as an injured musician, but also from a therapy perspective. So if I had known what I know now back then, I could have prevented a lot of things that happened with me. So my goal and my passion is to really make sure that musicians have the tools and the knowledge so that they don't have to go through what I went through, and that they are empowered to know the right things and know the right questions to ask and know the right things to do to keep themselves healthy, so that they can have a long career. So I have specialized in treatment of the injuries in the upper extremity for the past 20 years. And I was primarily in an outpatient setting, orthopedic setting. So we did see some musicians. We had a musician's clinic, but we didn't have the amount of time to really spend with musicians. So now that I have my own clinic, I can really pursue my dream, which is why I went into OT in the first place, was to work and specialize with musicians. And I love hands and I love post-op trauma stuff. I absolutely love it, and I still treat it. But now I can really focus in on working with musicians because I have the time, having my own practice, and I think it's going to be great fun. So the goal for this group is to post questions, bring ideas and thoughts to the table. Yes, I have 20 years of experience, but I don't know everything. And every day you learn something new. Every day you learn something new, and everybody's experience is different. So this group has to be a place of support for one another. It's okay to come and say, hey, I'm a musician and I have an injury, because a lot of musicians don't want to even talk about that. But the bottom line is, like I said, you are going to probably end up with an injury at some point in time. And the goal is to make it as minimal as possible and hopefully prevent them all in the first place. So what may work for one person may not work for another person. And the key is to just be respectful of that. I ask that everybody's respectful of everybody's experiences. There's no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. And I want you to just be comfortable to share. I want you to be comfortable to ask questions. And if there's certain things that you want to learn more about, a certain diagnosis or anything like that, I'm more than happy to kind of dig into that with you. I do have some limitations in terms of my licensure. I'm licensed in Connecticut, and so I cannot give you specific medical advice. This is not a group meant for medical advice. It's a group meant for education, support, and that kind of thing. I can point you in the right direction and help you find somebody in your area that can hopefully help you, and we can work out things in that respect. But the goal is to really support each other. Knowledge is power, and the more you know, the better for you. And so that's my goal.